Today we are in Matthew 5 verse 38 to 42, and we are going to jump into the radical teaching of Jesus Christ, who taught us to turn the other cheek. And this is one of the most misunderstood teachings of Jesus Christ. So without any further ado, let's dive in, starting in verse 38. You have heard it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if anyone would sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Give to those who beg from you, and do not resist the one who would borrow from you. An eye for an eye. To fully understand that, we have to look at Exodus chapter 21 verse 23, 24 and 25. But if there is harm, then you shall pay life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burn for burn, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. To fully understand the context, this is actually talking about 2 men fighting. And when they are fighting, if they hit a pregnant woman and they cause harm to the baby, then this is the consequences. Life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand. But if there is no harm, then the man who hit the pregnant woman shall be fined according to whatever the husband imposes on him. And one thing that we have to understand, brothers and sisters, this was not just a religious law. This was a civil government law. This is literally how their government operated at the time, according to the law of Moses. So this isn't just some rule, some tradition. This was literally the law at that time. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. We have to understand, to slap someone in the time of Jesus on the right cheek meant to give someone a backhand. It was not a physical assault or a fist fight. We have to understand this, and this is very important, because many people use this verse as you're not meant to defend yourself, or self-defense is wrong. This is not what Jesus is saying. This backhand slap was not intended to cause injury. It was actually intended as a deep insult, a moment of contempt and public shaming. And it was used by the upper class against their social inferiors. It was not something that was done to cause injuries. So when Jesus is telling you to turn the other cheek, he is not telling you to physically let people beat you up and be a walkover, be a carpet for people. No, the Bible also says that no coward will enter the kingdom of heaven. And the Bible also says it is a great honor to lay your life down for a friend. Brothers and sisters, you have to understand, this is not talking about self-defense. This is talking about your ego. If someone slaps you on the right cheek and hurts your ego, turn the other. Let it go. Don't seek revenge. Don't seek retaliation. And if someone would sue you and take your tunic, let him have your cloak as well. And this is teaching you the same principle, brothers and sisters. Don't be revengeful. Don't seek retaliation. If someone is going to sue you, just let them have it. Let them have it. They will have your possessions, but you will have a clean conscience. And if anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Brothers and sisters, in their old Roman days, the Roman soldiers could ask you, or tell you, command you more accurately, command you to carry their equipment for 1 mile. And Jesus is basically saying, if a Roman soldier comes up to you and tells you to carry his equipment for 1 mile, instead of doing it with a grudge, instead of hating that soldier, just help him for 2 miles. The soldier is not asking you for help because he he's lazy. He's asking you for help because he's been carrying his equipment all day. So Jesus is teaching you your heart attitude. Instead of hating people, instead of hating the fact that the soldier asked you to help him more than he asked. 1 Peter 2 verse 23. When he was reviled, he did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but continued entrusting himself to him who judges justly. When Jesus was mocked on the cross, when he was reviled, he did not mock back, he did not revile back, he did not threaten when he was suffering. He entrusted himself to the Father who judges justly. Brothers and sisters, this is what Jesus is calling you to. Jesus is not calling you to be a walkover. He's not calling you to be bullied. He's not calling you to let people beat you up. No, he is not calling you to give all your possessions away. He is calling you to not be looking for retaliation, to not be looking for revenge when people do you wrong. But you only get this understanding when you connect the New Testament with the Old Testament. If you only read the New Testament, then it will seem like Jesus is calling you to be a pushover if you do not understand the context of the Old Testament. But this is not what Jesus is calling you to. Jesus is basically calling you to humble your heart and not look for revenge when someone insults you, when someone does you wrong. Give to the one who begs from you, and do not refuse the one who would borrow from you. Again, Jesus is teaching the same principle. If someone is begging you, then help them. If you're able to help them, then help them. And if someone wants to borrow money from you, again, if you are in a position where you are able to help, then help them. Jesus is not telling you to give your rent money away. Jesus is not telling you to be foolish, but he is telling you to be generous. He is telling you to be kind. He is telling you to be loving. Luke 6:34 to 36. And if you lend to those from whom you expect to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners to get back the same amount. But love your enemies and do good and lend expecting nothing in return, and your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. Be merciful, even as your Father is merciful. You see why Jesus is calling you to be kind? Why God expects you to love your enemies? Why God expects you to lend without expecting anything back? For he is kind. The Most High God, he is kind to the ungrateful and the evil. God wants you to be like him. God is not calling you to do something he wouldn't do himself, but he is calling you to be like him. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, click the like button, click the subscribe button, drop me a comment down below, share with your friends and family. In our next video, we are going to be in Matthew 5 verse 43 to 48, and we are going to be talking about loving your enemies in depth.